This is 6.3 Sampling Methods and Study Types. There are 4 ways to collect sample information. You've got different types of studies: observational study, controlled experiment, simulation, or a survey. In an observational study, you are going to measure or observe members in such a way that they are not affected by the study. So you just stand aside and watch and see what happens. You use this to see if there's an association between 2 variables. A simulation. So they use kind of a model, mathematical, physical, or computer model, to replicate the conditions of a process or situation. This is frequently used when the actual situation is too expensive, dangerous, or impractical to replicate in real life. They use this when they're trying to figure out things that are going on in the ocean or out in space. They will make some kind of physical model that is very much like that, but just is obviously not that hard to get to or that large. Controlled experiment. You'll divide the sample into 2 groups, and you give the treatment to one group but not in the other control group. Then you'll compare the effect on the treated group to the control group. This is one that is used a lot for medications, pharmaceuticals, to see if something works. A lot of times they will have a double-blind study. A double-blind is one where the doctors themselves do not know which group is getting treatment and which group is not getting treatment, along with the group not knowing. So both of them are blind. That seems to remove some of the want-to effect of getting better and make sure that, wanting the drug to work. This controlled experiment is used to determine if one variable influences another variable. A survey. Ask every member of the sample a set of questions. This is used to measure a variable in a sample. All right. Analyzing study methods. Which type of study method is described in each situation? Researchers randomly choose 2 groups from 10 volunteers. Over a period of 8 weeks, one group eats ice cream before going to sleep and the other does not. Volunteers wear monitoring devices while sleeping, and researchers record dream activity. Should the sample statistics be used to make a general conclusion about the population? Is a secondary question. First question, what type of study method is described in each situation? This is a controlled experiment. Okay. Since you are giving one ice cream and one not. So you've got the controlled experiment situation. Should the sample statistics be used to make a general conclusion about the population? Well, you've only got 10 volunteers, okay, total. So you really do not, the sample really isn't large enough to generalize here. Okay. Students in a science class, which type of study method is described in this situation? Students in a science class grow the height of bean plants record the height of bean plants as they grow. So this one you're just watching, which is exactly what you do in an observational study. You're just watching. Should the sample statistics be used to make a general conclusion about the population? Should the sample statistics be used to make a general conclusion about the population? And bean plants are pretty much bean plants, so it'll be all right. Yes, you could use that. You could generalize here. You might want to check out, though, other factors that may be involved. Okay. Like sunlight, how much there is, or water, how much they gave them, fertilizer. All these things may affect growth. But overall, it's not bad. Okay. Which type of study method is described in each situation? Student council members ask every 10th student in the lunch line if they like cafeteria food. Well, it's a survey because you're asking questions. So you've got a survey. Should the sample statistics be used to make a general conclusion about the population? That one, not really. Because if you've already got them in the lunch line, then you already know that they eat cafeteria food probably every day. And so you've kind of already selected the group you're dealing with. That wouldn't be able to be generalized into the whole population. I would say no, you can't generalize. Because, let's see, the students in line, students in cafeteria line, probably already like the food. You do better if you were surveying random classes. Get away from the cafeteria to do your survey situation. Okay. Which type of study is described in this situation? A pharmaceutical company asks for volunteers to test a new drug to treat high blood pressure. Half will be given the drug and half will be given a placebo. The researcher will then monitor the blood pressure of each volunteer. Okay, well, this is a controlled experiment. Okay, controlled experiment where some are given, half not. Should the sample statistics be used to make a general conclusion about the effectiveness of the drug in the larger population? Yes. You can make a general conclusion as long as the other factors like gender, overall health, age, have been random. Okay, as long as you've got that, you're okay. Oops. Okay, as long as that is random, you're all right. Okay, and I'm going to wrap that up